Maximum Action was a game that I purchased, played through the entirety of within an hour and a half, and refunded because I'm a cheap ass. In reality, when the entirety of your game can be completed within an hour and a half, it is kind of disconcerting. I mean, not that it's a huge problem. You have to find that, you know, there's ways to replay a game, and this was what the main focus of this one is. Playing through it like the first time, it really comes off as like a shitty, janky-ass piece of garbage with some fun gunplay, but when it's like that early access, and I forget what the price is on this one. I'm not gonna ever do my research on any of these, but it's significant enough for you to want to refund it after having beaten all the levels in under 2 hours. The game came to my attention again when it was announced New Blood, who were the publishers behind Dusk and Medieval, started publishing this game, and they announced that they were going to be adding a Dusk level and Dusk weapons to the game, which I thought was pretty fucking cool. So I bought it again, hoping it would be, you know, more fixed up, more polished, and it's not, but that's the charm of it. And really, the janky shittiness of it is the main appeal. I mean, the glitches. I guess it's the same kind of thing, like with a gimmicky game, like Goat Simulator, when you kick someone and they fly 10 miles. This is the same kind of thing, but with guns. It's like Goat Simulator with guns, and has a lot more lastability. I think I've pumped like 30-something hours into this game, just playing music, and just doing one of the endless levels and just running around shooting people. The jumping, the movement, the feel of the guns, the look of everything is really, really interesting and neat. The gunplay is great after you put a little more time into it. It's you kind of have to cheat. They have a little menu where you could pop up and spawn things. There's no penalty to it. It's really about how much fun you can have fucking around with all the different guns that they have in the menu and spawning infinite fucking car piece of shit. The game really nails the John Wooey kind of jumping around shooting with dual pistols or I think you could dual wield any weapon in this game. You can do 2 rocket launchers. The best combination is obviously the dual AA-12s, which you could just probably one of the best shotguns in any game ever is AA-12 in this game. Just the sheer power of the blasts when you're shooting things. There's no better feeling than spawning 2 AA-12s and a bunch of medkits and ammo, and just blazing through a level at lightning speed and with the slow-mo on, just holding down the left and right clicker. Probably one of the most... It's like... I equate it to something like Russian Overkill, if you played that new mod. Very OP weapons in this game, surprisingly. Probably some of the better ones are like the SMGs. When you do wield them with the laser sights, they're super accurate, and they do a lot of damage. The only problem I have is sometimes some of the pistols are a little underpowered. I feel when you pump 5 rounds into a guy, it kind of betrays the whole OP-ness to the feel of the game. I think you could increase the damage somewhat to those. The other problem I have is the katanas, which are reloadable, by the way. I don't think they work as intended. As you can see here, I go to slow-mo and I just rapidly left-click, and it's like Omae wa mo Shinderu from that weeb shit. Some of the levels are definitely just bare bones, not finished, completely barren. There's a level, probably the worst defender is the Arctic level. There's nobody in parts of that level like that you'd want them to be. There's parts of the level where there's stairs, and you kind of just want to gun it up the stairs with like a bunch of guys around there and just open fire while you're just walking up the stairs or walking down the stairs. Especially down the stairs, you want to be jumping around the corners and with the AK and just shooting, but you can't do that because there's fucking nobody on the stairs. The Arctic level is probably the worst level, but they are updating the levels. I think they brought somebody else in. I think one of the Dust guys. I think they brought the developer from Dust to come in and work on it. And you can see improvements in the levels. They redid the hospital level, I believe, and they added a parking garage level, they're both probably some of the best in there, and they both last at least 3 minutes, which is a really long time. 3 minutes is a long time. It's really long. Sometimes the doors are not kickable. Some of them are. A bunch of them are kickable where you can kick them and then they fly off the hinges. Some of them you kick them like 7 times, especially in the Rootin' Tootin' Cowboy level. You can see me being an absolute moron here, kicking doors like 17 times to get them to open. Because I can't just comprehend fucking car! But when everything clicks, which it frequently does when you're able to pull off some really cool shit, it makes all the jankiness just feel like perfect. I mean, everything feels great. The gunplay especially, I mean, that's the main draw. There's no story. It's 100% just janky, cheaty glitchiness that I have a lot of fun with. I mean, like I said, if you just want to put some music on in the background and put on one of the endless levels, it's great. I mean, it's one of the main, probably the best part of the game, really. Also, a big problem that I have is when you spawn a hyper-accurate rocket launcher guy right next to the player who will insta-kill them, that's not fun at all. You need to cut that down, especially in the jungle level. There's a part where I think about after you do the first wave of guys, you walk into this little courtyard. They spawn a rocket launcher guy right next to you, and that has ended those mini runs more often than I care to admit. Because yet again, I'm not a fast person. I don't remember things easily. So when I go into that place and I get a harsh awakening, oh yeah, there was a guy there that sucks asshole. Also, development isn't super fast. I think it's been a year or two since it came out, and they've added, I think they added some like destructible environment stuff to make it more bombastic in the gunplay. They've only added or fixed 2 new levels. They redid the hospital level entirely, and they added the parking garage level, which is pretty good. Other than that, there hasn't been a whole lot. They added modding support too, so you can put in your own levels and your own guns, which, you know, they say adds to the longevity of it. Which it does, kind of, but people are not talented level designers, so you get these really shit-ass pieces of garbage on there. I don't think I've played one that was like even as good as the shit levels in this game. But yeah, I mean, overall, there's downsides to it, but none of them are too significant for me to say to not get it. I mean, it is janky, but I mean, yeah, that's the point. It's supposed to be. I don't know if it's supposed to be, but it is, and that it adds to it. When you shoot a guy and then drop kick him and he flies and then he glitches into a wall, that's pretty goofy and fun. Plus the little action replay thing that doesn't work at all is really hilarious to watch. It's so stupid. And it's been a janky action replay alpha since it came out a year ago. And you know, that's not what people want to fix, so that's gonna stay stupid like that for a while. But yeah, I mean, overall, I'd recommend it if just you want to, you know, jump around in slow-mo and shoot things. It's like Max Payne 3, but without the 12-hour unskippable cutscenes. So yeah, I mean, check it out. Check the game on Steam out. Yeah. Subscribe, like, bye.